Okay, so a random new Life is Strange game just got revealed out of nowhere. I mean, it technically wasn't out of nowhere, and also it's technically not random, but it feels out of nowhere because it's coming out very soon, and I'm like, what? So it's titled Life is Strange Reunion. First of all, of course, Square titles it that because they're obsessed with their FF7 remake trilogy, like multiverse reunion BS. And at this point, what am I expecting Max to show up in FF7 remake Part 3? Okay, I'm just joking there, but the point is I don't know how to feel about this game, right? So it's being heavily like promoted as the conclusion to the Max saga, and first of all, the existence of the Max saga I don't even really care that much for anyway. In my opinion, Max should have just ended with the first game. Every new game should just be brand new story, new characters, new setting. But whatever, man. Double Exposure, I actually wasn't the biggest hater of Double Exposure. I kind of liked the game. It definitely had its problems. But now that this game, this Life is Strange Reunion exists, I'm realizing that this is not really going to be a good thing. So, okay, let's start off. First of all, the story of the game, it looks like it's going to be some Avengers Endgame type stuff, and it's like, this is Life is Strange. It's supposed to be like a small town mystery. You're some random person with powers, and you solve all this stuff, and it's supposed to be like kind of cozy. But this is like, okay, come on. The ending to Double Exposure was already setting up this kind of like Avengers Endgame type thing. Spoilers, by the way, but Safi is like recruiting the people with powers. So, like, are the main characters from Life is Strange 2 and True Colors going to show up in this? It's going to be so dumb, man. Hopefully, they can do it right. But from what I am seeing, it's looking like a sequel to Double Exposure, which isn't surprising because Double Exposure was set up, the ending set up a sequel, so obviously they're following through with making a sequel to Double Exposure. And I don't know how to feel about it. It's coming out soon in March, bro. Okay, so let's first talk about the idea of the story. The Max Saga is kind of stupid. So in Double Exposure, they kind of let you choose what ending you got in season or season in the first game. And basically, if you chose that you saved Chloe, it was basically just like, oh, Chloe and I split up. But guess what? In this trailer, they're like doing some extreme fan service stupid stuff, and they're revealing Chloe is back. Oh, they're gonna save the world together again. Like, what are we doing here? So, okay, so the ending to the first game is supposed to be a choice, but now it's just canon that it's just canon that Max saves Chloe. So that means it's also canon that they just randomly split off during Double Exposure during that whole whatever that story was about. I honestly forget, bro. All I remember is Safi, and she was like, I don't know, she had powers and she got upset at Max or something, and she's recruiting people like the Avengers. Like, what are we doing, man? The trailer, I feel like, doesn't really show me that much besides just confirming the fact that, okay, yeah, this is just a sequel to Double Exposure. If you were into Double Exposure, which I was into Double Exposure, I liked that game. But specific aspects of that game, mainly the plot, I did not like. It was the fact that, the Chloe stuff I talked about, the way the ending of the game wasn't really that good because it was kind of just like, oh, let's turn this into Avengers, and it's Life is Strange. Life is Strange should be the last thing related to the Avengers type thing. But enough ranting about that. I'm honestly saying I don't think this game is going to do well. I don't think Double Exposure sold that well, and this game is a sequel to Double Exposure, and it's kind of the type of thing where you have to play Double Exposure to play before you play this, and also play the first Life is Strange game. People aren't going to know that. People are going to think you have to play all the Life is Strange games because, of course, Life is Strange 2 and True Colors, but those are separate stories, but then they're numbered titles and then they switch to subtitles. It's confusing, but I just don't think this game is going to sell well. Double Exposure didn't sell well, and since this is a sequel to it where you have to play Double Exposure first, honestly, I don't know what they're doing. And unfortunately, it might be the end of the Life is Strange franchise as we know it. We all know, like, oh, a specific new game won't sell well, so they just like stop with a series. They just stop making games, and it's like it's so annoying because like after this game, what I would want them to do is just keep making. You can keep making Life is Strange games, but make them like True Colors. Like True Colors was good. It was an original story, original characters, original setting, all that, and it was a good story. It was a good story. Some people don't like that game, but I liked it. I think that's what Life is Strange should be. And here's the thing: this game could end up being good, but with the way they kind of wrote themselves into a corner with Double Exposure, it's like you can tell by the trailer, especially with Chloe, coming back that they don't care about continuity. They don't care about like a good plot. They just care about fan service. People are like, "Oh, Chloe's back with Max," and it's like, "Come on, man. What are we gonna do with this story?" Like, I'm just curious what I'm gonna admit that I am extremely curious what the story is gonna be like in Reunion. It's weird to call it Reunion. That sounds like such a Final Fantasy VII thing, but whatever. Yeah, I'm curious what's gonna happen, and I don't have high hope. I have an open mind, but I will pay attention to reviews when they come out. Because I don't know, this game could be getting like 4 out of 10s, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't really think I should pay full price for this game. But we don't really talk about that. The point is I'm curious, and it's coming out so soon. I'm curious how they're gonna do the story. How they, like it is it gonna be a Life is Strange type story? And if it is, then why are they doing all this retcon fan service stuff and all this Avengers Endgame like high stakes type stuff? I don't know, man. But I mean, Double Exposure, it's set up for a sequel, and they're making the sequel. The game visually looks exactly like Double Exposure did, which is fine, of course. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just worried about the story, man. And I'm also worried about the franchise as a whole because even if this game is good, I still don't think it's going to sell well, really, at all. And just hopefully it's not the end of the series. Give it like the series a softer reboot, like kind of like a new graphical style or something. I don't know, man. That's kind of just my opinions on Life is Strange Reunion. Are you looking forward to the game if you're a Life is Strange fan? Have you played Double Exposure? Because apparently not much people have even played that game. Not much people even know that that is Max. Max from the first game the main protagonist in Double Exposure, though it really doesn't feel like it because all of Double Exposure just is Max trying to completely forget everything that happened in the first game, so it doesn't even feel like a sequel. It could have totally have just been a brand new main character, and the story wouldn't have changed much at all. But we don't really talk about that. I'm not gonna rant about Double Exposure right now, but hopefully it seems like Life is Strange Reunion, Max being the main character, will actually come into play mainly just because Chloe is back too. But I could rant about this for a while. I'll play the game if it's okay, or if it's okay at the very least. And I'm just looking forward to see how they end the quote unquote Max saga, as they call it, or whatever. I'm just ready for them to move on.